Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today what Tom, Josh and I are going to take you all through is how to use your lat steering bench to create more of an effective shelf to press off without letting your ribs essentially drop, making your press harder.
So as most of us know already, depression is something we want to create when we are doing a barbell bench. But we have two different ways we can create depression. The two ways are, we can create it with our scapula and we can create it with our lat. So we're going to first show you what it looks like with the scapula. I'm going to get Chris to run through it. So this position generally benefits more of an externally rotated sort of arm position. So Chris is going to think about almost tucking his elbows and pulling his scapulas down towards his back pockets. That's technique number one. Technique number two benefits more of an internally rotated grip. So this is where we're more so trying to think about our lat or our armpit pulling our shoulder down within the socket. So if we have more of an internally rotated grip like normal, it's more so pulling the lat down through the armpit. Some people have a little bit of a flare at the same time, as opposed to heaps of scapular depression through the shoulder blades. So if we take a closer look at what this looks like on the bench, we'll first start off with what scapular depression looks like. So if Chris goes through the actual action of scapular depression, you can see his shoulder blades moving his entire shoulder girdle, his arm and his scapula, down towards his hips. So this motion here is looking like it's moving down. We get a bit more rib flare at the same time. If we look at the second option with the lat, what we're looking at instead is more so around the crease of his shirt here. His bicep is moving closer towards his lat. So we don't have as much, I guess, like scapular movement. Most of the movement is coming from his arm moving more towards his armpit.
So a really nice way to get this humeral depression is through a close grip lat pull down. What Chris is going to do, he's going to be thinking about bringing his elbows down towards his hips while maintaining a little bit of elevation through his shoulder blades. Chris grabs onto the handle there. He's going to hold this elevation through here and he's going to think about this elbow coming down towards his hips, getting a big contraction through his lat here. This is going to help with that humeral depression. To round us out, using your lats and bench can be really useful, and then we've shown you a couple ways to do it depending on your bench technique. And the accessory of the close grip lat pull down is going to be a really nice way to feel that contraction while you bench.